Good morning, welcome to another video. Hope we're doing alright. Now then, we're going to go to, well, just Morley for a start of a 10, because obviously the Wigan service doesn't stop here. So Morley, I believe now, has been changed completely from the original station from the mid-19th century. So let's get a ticket first, and then we'll get the next train that comes here. Right, Saltburn to Manchester Airport's just gone through, and if you look towards the west now, or south, we've got a new signal here now, SL Ford 888. The old UB40 signal is no more, and we saw them cutting it down not so long ago. In fact, it's actually a 4 aspect now, isn't it, this one, don't forget, because it only was a 3 before, even though it was a single aspect light. This can actually now show 2 yellows, and it may do that very shortly. I'll keep filming, because I think they're going to increase the speed here at some point. See if that top one, yeah, double yellow. Interesting. So the top one will only ever show yellow. I think you'll find a green now. Will be another minute or so away when the train gets past Morley Tunnel. I don't know what SL stands for. All I can think is South Leeds, but correct me if I'm wrong. Can't be slow line, because obviously there's only one line, there's just one up, one down, that's all. Because it used to be U40, obviously, because U was for up, and it was an automatic signal. And U40, as far as I'm aware, replaced a semaphore at this rough approximate location. Right, it's green now, so yeah. That didn't take very long, did it? Right, so our train is approaching. So we'll get on this one, just one stop to Morley, and then get on the Wigan service at Morley. We'll have a look at the station as well while we're there. Just leaving Cottingley now. Can't quite see where the old signal was, they've dug it out. Bit late because the express was a bit late and they didn't send this off in front. Cherwell Viaduct, and of course this is where the new station is now, well, under construction. The path down below is still closed, but it certainly is coming along now quite considerably. Can't imagine that staying though somehow. You can actually walk on that part of the path, although it's a bit overgrown. I need to do the 11th update on the wide roads, not too distant.
Please mind the step down from the train.
So with the up platform going, we must be stopping at the new one. Whether it is actually finished fully is unlikely, I think, but soon find out. Here we are. New Morley Low Station. Right, let's jump out here and get the Wigan train here. Oh wow, look at this, eh? No, it's obviously not finished yet, but it's usable. Obviously. And the old, the down platform, the old down platform is still there. I'd thought of just walking here and getting straight on the the Wigan train here. But since it's raining, I didn't bother. So this is our first arrival and soon our first departure from the new station here at Morley. can't see the tunnel from this side. No, you can't. Right, we've got about half an hour, or perhaps just under, before the Wigan train gets here, so I can go to Walsden. That's where I'm actually going to go to today. And you've got that garden centre, Gordon Riggs. Maybe a little walk somewhere, we'll see. Okay, so let's have a little look round, nip over to the other side and check it out. Right at the northern end of the station. It'd be handy if they made a little path alongside the railway just here, wouldn't it, to get to that footbridge? It would. So, not sure what they're going to have the speed, as it's going to be 60, but it's not on quite a stronger curve now, is it? It's an easier curve. They kept the same platform numbers, 2 in the up direction and 1 in the down. That looks of things. There's still a lot of work going on, probably to build a car park here, I would imagine. So yeah, it looks pretty good, does this? And there's a new footbridge here as well. Yeah, another train coming through. It's this one. Saltburn. Let's have a look at the down platform. Yeah. Obviously this is ready for electrification. It's high enough so people can't climb over that easy. Just imagine where they put these boards here, there'll be a lift shaft. There'll be a lift here, I would imagine. I might be wrong, but I would imagine there might be. So let's have a quick look at the down platform. One. So yeah, this is pretty good. Won't bother walking that way down there again now, but yeah, it's on an easier curve than the original station, and that signal's been brought forward a little bit, and it's got to be right at the platform end, I think, really. And that is a 4 aspect, isn't it? See if it goes double yellow. So obviously going to increase the speed, they need more, 4 aspect, not 3 aspect signalling. There's 2 yellows on that now, so yeah, it's 4 aspect signalling. Into the down platform still here, but we can't get to it. We don't need to anyway. Let's have a little wander up here. So the down platform, the old one, is still largely intact, but it obviously won't last much longer. The up platform has gone almost entirely, and that has been there since 1848, since the earliest days of steam, just about, and it's now gone. 1848 September, so it would have been 175 years this year if it still existed in September this year. It's just incredible. Changing history here, literally. Incredible. There's obviously a gap in the wall, which is probably where it's where the, oh no, it's not. I don't know what that's for. But anyway. So looking into the tunnel down there, which we're going to head through very shortly on the Wigan service, hopefully, when it comes in. Station steps just there, all 97 of them, which takes you up to the Miners pub, which is where rail replacement buses stop during operating times, which was all last week. It was. Yeah. Anyway, let's get back down now to platform 2, so we don't want to mess about. Whole train. Yeah, that signal's sort of in the wrong place, isn't it now? Because it's before the station, not after it. You'd think that it would be a platform end starting signal, wouldn't you, really? As for accessibility, it's still the same code at the moment as it was the old station, because there's no means of getting access to this side without steps. So it's still a yellow tick station at the moment. It'll probably become green tick when they get the lifts sorted out. However long that will take is anyone's guess. But most people can use it, obviously. Right. Oh, it's not working at that, is it? Newcastle to Manchester Piccadilly. Don't know why it's not with Liverpool. Right, here's the Wigan train. In fact, I don't think it's going to Wigan, is it? No, it's going to Bolton. Not on Dearne, Bolton in Manchester. Yeah, there's obviously some engineering work. It's got Bolton on as that. I thought something didn't quite ring true. Right, we'll get on this train and go to Walsden and then nip over to Gordon Riggs. Right, just leaving Morley now. A little bit late again. A few minutes. So, let's see where the old up platform was. All gone now. Get that out. 175 years nearly and it's gone. And so is the signal at the end of the platform it was. Coming up to the little footbridge now, just south of Howley Crossing that was. The signal previous has just been moved even nearer the tunnel still. And there should be one down here with a feather on it for that crossover. Obviously we're not going to get it. The crossing's gone now. Well, still there lies it, but it's not in use because we did the footbridge not so long ago. So here's the feather signal with the feather on it now for that crossover. How far it's bi-directional? Yeah, they are. It's not lit up obviously because we didn't get it. Very handy crossover that is. Now if they just put a third line in here at some point, it'd be absolutely fantastic, would that? Sure most people must have thought about that. It's so easy to do. So we're just coming up to Batley now. See where the next signal is now. Because there was one on the viaduct, but that's the down direction, and I bet a pound to a penny that's gone. Yeah, it's gone. Thought it would have. See that we come back possibly. So the old Great Northern used to be down there, of course. It went then underneath twice.
We will shortly be arriving at Dewsbury.
Just there, signal just there now.
Mind the gap between the train and platform edge. And please keep hold of your ticket until you have left the station as barriers.
Wanted to be another one before we get to Dewsbury. So I think the up, the down line's bi-directional now, I think, as far as Dewsbury. There used to be a signal just about here, just before the bridge, didn't they? That still exists or not? No, that's gone. Yes, another one there now. Yeah, this is certainly looking great, Leeds Central, of course, was over there, as I mentioned earlier. .40 sign there, so obviously that means you can go this direction on the far line. There's a red right at the end of the platform on the downside. So this is Dewsbury, Wellington Road. I might jump out here if I come back from Walsden on this service in the other direction. Right, I just switched sides and see there's a red signal at the end of the loop, and I'm betting that that's a permanent red. I don't think that'll change. So it means it's bi-directional now up to Dewsbury. Unless I put another crossover in here, which I very much doubt. That's the one with the feather on there now. It's got lit up. It's because you're getting nearer to Dewsbury, is that signal. How many signals we got now in the down direction? Because this is roughly where it was, with it about here when they first put it in. Yeah, there, that you see the wire's still stuck out. That's where it was originally. This is the bit of dormant railway now to be when they build a new railway on the left here. That is going to take years to do. But not beyond the capabilities of man and machine, I'm sure. Now we're back to the original signalling now, I think. Because that looked like a bit of square shroud, that one did. So this is Ravensthorpe, obviously we're not stopping here. The new station at Ravensthorpe is going to be the other side of Thornhill LNW junction, and I'm sure that bridge there is going to be moved, re-sited somewhere else. Murfield. Again, not very long since we were last here, so I think it's a case just get over to Walsden now. Just been given a couple of biscuits, very nice, and it's eatable, is that? Thought it was paper. So we're now approaching Heath Lodge Junction, where the line to Huddersfield curves off to the left, and we take the main line. Not according to the signals though, we got the feather to come up towards Brighouse. So all this land over to the left here now is going to be used for the new fast lines, and I imagine that house might be demolished. Shame really, because it's such a lovely house, is that? But demolishing something to make way for a railway is acceptable, I think. It's justified. So how this is going to look when it's finished, I'm not got a clue yet, but soon find out in the next few years. So that's the line to Huddersfield. We're on the old main line now, straight up to Brighouse. Right, we made it to Walsden. And we're right at the back. So let's there's some screaming kids down there. Let's head over to Jordan Riggs now. See you in on. So see this head off. We've been here before, I think, on 1 or 2 videos. I'm not sure if we exactly, but we'll go again because it is good. You can see the shape of the tunnel down there. The shape of the tunnel changes. It's rounder at this end and more arch-shaped at the south end. Strange actually, when it changes halfway through. And let's get down to Gordon Riggs. We're in Gordon Riggs, and this is the flower section outside. We've also just been inside. I've got some little tubs for some seedlings and some compost. So I know this is a bit juxtaposed to what we've just done as regards looking at Morley train station and all that, but I thought we'd do this and combine the same video since it's on the way to Walsden. It's a little bit wet still. This is where I got my red currant bushes from now, it is. And I'm trying to propagate them. It's not easy. And the fruit bushes, as far as I'm aware, are down here. That compost is a bit heavy. Haven't really got room for an apple tree, otherwise I would have one. But I'm not a right apple fan somehow, apart from the computer version of Apple. There it is. Blackberries. Oh, some rhubarb. Now that might not be a bad idea. Rhubarb. Champagne rhubarb. Timperley rhubarb. Which should we get? Yeah. Agony of choice. Because I will say this, I've got a little bit of a space in my garden. I want to fill it. Right, these are blackcurrant bushes. That's a josterberry, whatever that is. Looks very similar. Where are the red currants? Ah, here we are. Look a little bit worse for wear, don't they? But white currant. Because there's different Ravada. I think what we've got, I'm not sure. There's quite a few different varieties. There's Augustus, Rosetta, Roland, and John K. Van Tetz, whatever that is. JVT, it's fallen over, is that one? They're all very similar. Anyway, I think it's Ravada that we've got. I know one of them is anyway. Right, let's get our stuff and head off. Right, we're back on the station now, and we're heading for the 1324 Bolton service. It doesn't look to be shimmering to me. I don't know why it's shimmering in the camera. It's really annoying, is that? It's a bit better. Anyway, I got about 4 or 5 minutes to wait. And we'll get on it. There's a train going straight through here, heading for Leeds. Here's the next train, an hour later to what we got earlier. So it's another Bolton service, not Wigan. So we'll go to Tootermanvik on this one and head back. So 158789 on Leeds Bolton. Let's get our stuff. To Manchester Victoria now. The old Cheetah Mill line up there, what's left of it. Disused for nearly 30 years that now, I think, isn't it? Far off. Right, Manchester Victoria. So, I don't think that's the train we're wanting, is it? things due off here shortly. Staley Bridge, but that's not really going to give us access. There's not much in the way of train stop at Staley Bridge that continue to Huddersfield that would connect with the Cottingley one. So, right, we'll get this one to Huddersfield. It's coming on under electric power, but I don't think it's from Liverpool. It's starting here. Leaving Manchester Vic now. Wish they'd tidy all this area up here, like it's just hopeless. There's weeds and crap everywhere. It's not very appealing to passengers.
This is your 201 express service through to Newcastle. This service will be calling at Huddersfield, Leeds, York, Darlington, Durham and Newcastle.
Ashton Moss North Junction, and there's a freight there. Used to be a triangular formation here years ago, but it's all gone as this now with M&S's and whatever. And I think we're working on electric power because I can't hear the diesel engines working, so it must be wired and energised here now up to Staley Bridge. Looks fit for use, does this now? This is Ashton under Liner. Surprised it demolished that station completely and put the platforms on either side like a normal conventional station. Coming up to Morley, Greater Manchester that is. Curving to the right, and as it opens out here now you'll see the hills on the right. I'd just love to just walk up there one day. Don't care how long it takes. There are the hills up here now. This is the best bit of Huddersfield line, I think, is this. The hills get higher and higher. Is it a mast on that one there? To Greenfield. This is Greenfield. Still a yellow tick station, there's no access to the side where you just passed. Same with Morley. It's going to stay like that for some time, I reckon. So that's the pots and pans thing up there into that monument. Not sure what it's all about now. If you look at the video you'll see, can't remember. Just look how beautiful this is now here. So just exited Stanage Tunnel now, so in West Yorkshire again, coming up to Marsden. This will be a bit awkward to increase speed because it's just so like a double bend. It's just so curvaceous, is this. So I've done a few walks in the past from Marsden. Don't tend to use the wooden platform over there, but because that makes it, they don't use that, it means it's a red X station. No disabled access, no wheelchair access at all. The crossover, which got a bit of a shine on it. Tends to go from rusty to shiny very quickly, does that crossover. It's a burst of use, then nothing for a while, then suddenly another burst of use and whatever. So the hills around here are just as good as the other side, I think, actually. We walked up that way some time ago, just Marsden and back to Marsden. Just coming into Huddersfield, and the pace has been there a few months, hasn't it now? Platform 8, that is the old platform 7 actually there. It's filled in largely now though. this is the one we've just got off. So I'm tempted to actually go on the Saltman service just to Dewsbury and then get on this one at Dewsbury. Right, we'll jump on the Saltman service here now, just one stop to Dewsbury, and then get on the train behind us at Dewsbury so you can see the new signals and whatever there. Okay, I could have got this at Manvic, but I thought I'd get the Newcastle train. Right, we'll see that at Dewsbury when we get there.
We'll shortly be arriving at Dewsbury.
We are
If you're leaving the train, take a moment to check you have everything with you. Don't forget any bags or cases in the luggage racks or under seats, and retain your tickets as they may be required if exiting this station.
This is Dewsbury, down platform, or down platform loop. So we'll get off here and have a few minutes, and then we'll get on the Huddersfield Leeds stopping service, which is right behind us. Or should be. Right, let's let this train go. So this is heading off to Saltburn. Surprised it's not a 6-car formation really. It's quite busy as that train. We did right to get to Huddersfield on the other one. There doesn't seem to be a signal on the through road. That's strange. Oh. Manchester Airport. Yeah, it's a 6-car formation, that one, isn't it? Now, what's happened to the signal on the main line? I wonder. That's strange. You can see the signal down there, but it's really out, guys. So this is now bi-directional where we are now. You can actually enter platform 1 from Leeds. You can't go on to Huddersfield. I think that'll be a permanent red down there. It won't, unless you have single line work or something like that beyond it, but I can't see that being anything more than a permanent red. Right, our local service back home is entering Dewsbury. And the signal behind me has just gone straight to green, so obviously the whole train is not going to overtake it. I'm leaving Dewsbury now, heading back to Cottingley. See the first of the new signals just here, which is pretty much where the old one was. Far off. There's no signal on the main line.
Batley is our next station stop. Batley our next stop. Thank you.
That's one for the opposite direction for this track. Because now it's bi-directional here, of course, is this line. Yeah, that's a little bit sooner than it was originally.
This is a Transpennine Express service to Leeds, calling at Batley, Morley, Cottingley and Leeds.
Is there another signal
The next
before
stop will
Batley?
be Batley.
The one, the viaduct, that's been there for years, since the days of steam, has gone. We saw that earlier. Yeah. See NL commercials down there. Didn't work at that one though, did we? Worked at Batley and Leeds.
We'll shortly be arriving at Batley.
So the signal on the gantry, no, you missed it. It's further back on the viaduct rather. So there's a banner repeater there for the one by the bridge, and this is the one with the feather on to cross over. It's green, I can see it now, but just see it here. Just leaving Batley now, and there's a new signal just ahead, which has a feather on it, a number 4 position feather for that crossover, which we saw lit up in the previous video because the train terminated at Batley. There's no feather on this time, obviously, because we're going straight down to staying on the down line. So there's a couple more signals just approaching now before the old crossing.
This is a service to Leeds. The next stop will be
New footbridge in place there. And you got another signal there now, and then the next one I think is up by the tunnel. Well, we'll see. Used to be B10 signal, did that one. Remember that from years ago. That's that footbridge that's out of use. Signal now. Yeah, just about the same place. And here's the tunnel, Morley, and this of course is the old, remains of the old station, and ticket machine's still there. And to me that signal's in the wrong place. It ought to be like a platform starter signal. So I've got something to go off then. So back at the new station here at Morley now. Yep, new signal here coming up. And I think it's in very much a position of original one.
This is a service to Leeds. The next stop will be Cottingley.
Position as previous that. See if there's another one before Cottingley. I suspect there might be. Yeah, there is, right at the end of the White Rose platform, so that's a good position. Showing a double yellow at the minute. This is the White Rose now from the downside. It's certainly coming on a lot. Is that we need to do another update on that? So yeah, that's replaced one that was virtually near the viaduct. Not sure which way it faced actually, that one though, but there was one there. Right, let's get ready to get off. Oh yeah. Another signal down there as well, look with the yellow on it. At the wrong end of the train for getting off, but never mind. See this train go out and then we'll head off. So this 185103 on the stopping service. Still only got one yellow. This is a distance. You go back to red or not? No, it's red now, it's not a distance. Right, hope you enjoyed the video and whatever. We checked out Morley, then went over to Gordon Riggs, and Came back via Manchester, Victoria and the Huddersfield line. So yes, it's been quite a good video. It has. So yep, enjoy. See you next one. Cue music. Bye for now.